Oh, hey.
Hi, everyone. How are y'all doing? Happy Double Up Donation Day.
Double Up Donation Day? What's that?
Ooh, interesting question. Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you so much for coming. If y'all don't know what Double Up Donation Day is, it is a writing marathon / fundraising marathon. Our goal today is to raise, well, okay, first let's start with a writing goal, which is we think that together we can write 125 million words today.
Whoa. Whoa. It's possible.
It's totally possible. I don't know what the total count is right now. Last time I checked, it was around like 24 million.
Dang,
So
that's already
close.
This is like the first day or so.
Well, it's only going to be a day.
Well, no, I know, but still, like,
well,
first day of Nano.
Fourth.
You're right. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the day is. Wow.
Well, it is only 9 a.m. here in California, in rainy California.
I know, people think it's sunny here all the time.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, I mean, 24 plus million, I mean, I'm sure we're higher than that now, but by 9 a.m. in Pacific time is pretty darn impressive.
Yeah, that is.
We've got so much day left. We're also trying to raise $125,000 to power the nonprofit behind NaNoWriMo and keep our programs like National Novel Writing Month and Camp NaNoWriMo and the Young Writers Program growing and continuing year over year. Because really, we're powered by y'all. You know, like we couldn't exist without your donations. Lots of love.
Lots of love. Introductions?
Yes, you do introductions, and then I'll get y'all some fundraising updates while you do.
Oh, okay. So I am Austin. I am a participant in the Nano. I typically work in IT, so this is a little bit out of my scope, but I really enjoy participating in Nano every year. This is Tim. He works for some nonprofit. You probably never heard of it, so it doesn't even matter.
How rude. It's all right. I'm blowing past it.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, hold on one second. Oh, yeah, my name is Tim, and I work over at National Novel Writing Month with a nonprofit. And it is not small. You've definitely heard of it. Cool. All right, so here are our updates. So word count total. We're almost at 30 million. We're at 28.4 million words for the day. And I feel like this hour, this virtual write-in alone,
yeah,
we're gonna write 1.5 million more words and get to 30 mil. I'm holding you to the fate of our word count goal depends on you. In terms of our fundraising goal, so like I said before, we're trying to raise $125,000 to keep NaNoWriMo running, keep our creative programs alive, so that we can make this world a better, more creative place. Ding!
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Hey! We are currently at 29,563 words. So I feel like we can get to $30,000, 30 million words.
Easy.
This hour. So yeah, I mean, in terms of Double Up Donation Day, a couple more things about it. So today only, if you donate $25, we're doubling our thanks to you and sending you the $50 donor gifts. Which is gonna be,
that's why it's Double Up Donation.
Double up.
Oh my gosh, I get it.
And you'll also receive, this year for the first time, we're kicking off a series of enamel pins that are really, really cool looking.
Oh yeah, I saw those. I love them.
And so we'll send you an exclusive enamel pin for donating at any level, $25 and up this year. Plus, there are so many more things we're giving away.
Like what?
So most hours will have an hourly prize. If you donate $10 or at any level through the store, which is at store.nanowrimo.org, you'll be entered to win a prize. And this hour, the prize is an editing consultation, a manuscript consultation from Edit My Novel. They're awesome. It's really cool. You can win that if you donate.
Wow.
This hour before the end of the hour.
So you get professional help, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
It's super cool. And then the other really cool thing is that this hour we have a match from an anonymous donor. So all of your donations up to, I want to say $2,500? Yeah, up to $2,500 are going to be matched by this anonymous donor. So we would love to reach that goal. So if you can donate, that would be amazing. If you can't donate, we're so glad that you're here writing with us. We have a word count goal to hit. I'm going to put up a picture real quick so you can see some of the stuff we're giving away. Let me see if it's going to work. Technology. Is it going to work? Is it going to work?
What are you looking for? Oh, right.
Wait. I can do it.
I believe.
Thank you.
Maybe I don't believe. Oh,
hey!
Okay. Prove me wrong.
Should have believed. Yeah, so these are some of those prizes we were talking about, the $25, $50 goodies. So the $50 goodies includes the bracelet, the sticker, a special bookmark, and then the bonus gift is that enamel pin up in the corner with the Viking helmet on it. It's really cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's themed along with this year's NaNoWriMo theme, which is all about unleashing your creative superpowers, which is why.
Today, this is my Mjolnir.
I just realized we were doing all this stuff back here, but you couldn't see any of it because of the overlay.
You missed it. It was wonderful. We can't redo it, so sorry.
All right, so we are looking at the chat here. So if you want to say hey or talk to us, definitely put it in there. I know we missed a lot because we feel like we had a lot to tell you at the top of this hour. But yeah, we'd love to hear what your goals are for today, what your double up goals are. If you're trying to double your total word count today, or if you're trying to double your usual daily word count goal for the day, let us know what you are shooting to do. And yes, there's a cat.
This is Tut.
He's just video bombing all up in here.
As in King Tut, because he thinks he's a little king.
Awesome. Whoa, Repentino says, I found a Viking hat at the thrift store. That is amazing. How truly random.
Yeah, what thrift store has a Viking hat?
I love that. Emma asks, Tim and Austin, you guys were my first writing readers as well. Whoa, cool, hi. You're trying to double your word count and get to 12K, which is going to be really freaking awesome. Thanks for the nice words about King Tut. He's very snobby already, so I'm sure this will only inflate his head. Yeah. Jessica Kazi's trying to hit 40K today. That's incredible. You hit 37K last night. That's amazing. Faye says, tell Tut we love him. Did you hear that, Tut? They love you. He's like, whatever.
It's more like, of course they do.
Red Hood asks, who's running the chat today? Oh, that's a good question. So, I technically don't know if we have someone running the chat today. We might pop in there. Oh, so someone is running the chat today.
Yeah, someone is running the chat today. Maybe they'll reveal themselves.
Who are you? Please identify yourself.
Mysterious.
Yeah. Is it Blobby? I feel like 100% it's Blobby. But anyway, person behind NaNoWriMo chatter, we will not be giving away Tut for a major donation. Well, I mean, how major of a donation are we talking?
He's my kitty.
All right, cool. Well, we're done with intros. If y'all have questions about any of the donation day stuff or anything else, let us know in the chat. But in the meantime, I think we're going to start writing.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Got Mjolnir ready. This is my Mjolnir for today.
I got my journal. I got my pen. No writing gear today. Oh, I do have writing gear today. Whoa, glasses.
Didn't think that one through.
Ayo, writing gear today.
Are you ready, bub?
All right, so if y'all check in the video description, there should be the prompts and kind of the stuff we're doing today. We're doing something a little different. We've done this once before. Some of y'all might remember. We're going to do a word crawl.
Word crawl? What's that?
Yeah, so if you don't know what a word crawl is...
Too bad. No, I'm just joking.
If you don't know what a word crawl is, it's basically kind of a themed set of word sprints. So there's like a little bit of a story behind it. There are some like bonuses and consequences depending on how your word counts do during these word sprints. But it'll be fun, we think.
What if the word crawl doesn't fit into what I'm writing or what I'm doing, but I still want to participate in the sprints?
Excellent question. So yes, some of the prompts in the word crawl will have some dares associated with them. If the dares do not work for you, if you are like, WTF, this dare, no way, then you don't have to use them. It's totally optional. They're there to help motivate you and make you feel better about your writing. But if they are slowing you down or making you question your writing, then toss them out. Defenestrate them. Defenestrate them.
All right.
Cool. All right, let's check. Okay, cool. Yeah, it seems like y'all are down for the word crawl. I'm excited. It'll be pretty fun.
I love word crawls. It's like my favorite way to get writing.
So we are doing them in the theme of a particular Marvel movie that's coming out, or that came out this weekend, and that
here's a hint.
It's paying tribute to. Maybe getting a little bit into that supervillain mindset. Yeah. So Austin, please set the scene.
Okay. So yes, technically you have these powers, and yes, you could probably do some good with them. But how annoying is it that your big brother was just like born good? Like so good that he never debates over doing something right versus doing something fun. Major extra salt in the wound that he is, on top of all this, tall, blonde, and painfully, infuriatingly nice to you.
Ugh.
So the challenge here, the first challenge here, still you don't want to get up to your mischief without a sidekick. Write for the next 5 minutes as you make a case to potential partners.
So, interpretation, we're going to go for a 5-minute word sprint right now. No dare, no challenge, nothing really, just write at whatever pace you're going to, and then we will see you back here. All right, I'm going to set a timer right now.
Does that have a pleasant sound?
Can't.
That's a no.
That's a promises.
It will have a jarring sound. Hold on.
All right. Make your case to your sidekick. Go. We've got about 2 minutes left in this sprint. About 30 seconds left in this sprint. There we go.
Ooh. Not as jarring as I thought it was going to be. That's
Yeah.
fun.
All right, so I'm going to say a couple of things in response to some questions in the chat. So for the word crawl, again, like it's kind of more of like a theme and a structure around the writing sprints, and there will be some like results and stuff depending on how much you wrote during those sprints. But in terms of like, do you actually have to write in your sprints about like a supervillain trying to convince someone to be your sidekick? No. That's just like a fun way for us to kind of like structure the writing sprints. You can write whatever you want during the sprints. We'll offer some optional dares sometimes, but they'll always be optional, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all ask more questions in the comments if you need. But yes, definitely let us know how many words you wrote. Austin's gonna, I'm gonna read about some results. Right, all right. So I love seeing these word counts. Let us know if you wanna share a sentence or two from your, from what you just wrote, that would be great too. But okay, results. Ready? If you wrote in this 5-minute sprint less than 100 words, I haven't counted yet, but I'm pretty sure it's less than 100. You're sidekicking up with a wisecracking research scientist. She has no powers unless you count the power to never take anything seriously, or the power to whip up a snappy comeback in the blink of an eye.
I know who you're referring to.
If you wrote between 100 and 300 words, you recruit a teenage sorcerer. He's untrained, but he's got major potential. In fact, you'll probably have to keep a close eye on this one's magic. Good thing he seems fairly distracted by his hormones and the strong jaw of some shapeshifter. If you wrote more than 300 words, you successfully guilt your brother into supporting me for once, you oxygen-sucking do-gooding attention hog. All right, so let us know how many words you wrote, who you ended up recruiting, who your sidekick is. I think I definitely recruited the research scientist. Let me count real fast.
I think I did too. I was at a slow start.
Yeah, less than 100. All right.
I wonder if anyone got a reference to who the teenage sorcerer was.
Oh man, lots of people recruited that teen sorcerer. Bumblebee fan, teen sorcerer. Sarah Matthews got a whopping 27 words. Great, you recruited a research scientist.
She's great. You know, she used to be a broke girl.
Let's see, did anyone get more than 300 and recruit the brother? Let's see. Oh, cool. I'm seeing some sentences as well. So Repentino says, heading back was so much slower than heading to, but all in all, this could be due to the fact that I remembered to notice all around me and not feel as if I had a designated task. Awesome. I feel like there's totally something to like enjoying the journey. I'm always about the destination.
That's very true. Never go on a road trip with this guy.
Christiana wrote 222 words and recruited the sorcerer. I love it. Oh, Marantia actually wrote about magic and wrote 109 words. Perfect.
So you got the sorcerer.
So convenient. Chocobo Asylum wrote 199 words and shared a sentence. Their soul could become restless, or they may become a revenant, terrorizing the area for many years to come. They may even haunt her as being the one who stole their moment of justice.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm kind of into revenants, though. You see anyone you want to shout out?
Let's see. See if I can. Is there any?
Oh my gosh. William Millhands.
Oh, okay. William Millhands wrote, my sidekick is named Danger Dan, and he insists it's Danger.
That's awesome. Gender05 says, none of my sentences are interesting. It's just build up. That's okay. They don't have to be like super interesting. We just want to see what you're writing. And build up can be.
Oh, we got a 301.
Nice. Maria's frontal lobes. Well done.
So you recruited me.
Awesome. Haley A. Teen sorcerer, but I died laughing at the brother response. Jenny Tran, word sprints make me write so many cringy words. That's totally legit. I also would say it's okay to write cringy words, you know? Like, it's a first draft. I just read a quote this morning from Karen Russell, who was saying, if you can make yourself okay with the idea that you'll have to rewrite or throw out a lot of the words in your first draft anyway later on in the process, it can be really, really fun and enjoyable and actually like contribute to like some new ideas that you might not have considered if you can just be free.
Yeah, that's always a really hard one for me, but I always find that once I let go is actually when my creativity really gets going. So
yeah, and our nano coach this past week, Emily XR Pan, who is amazing, wrote a whole long thing about how oftentimes she'll end up kind of like, you know, when she's writing during nano, she'll end up throwing in kind of like little details that kind of feel like they might not be going anywhere, but it gives her an opportunity to layer so much more in, because as readers, you really appreciate when like there's a callback to something that you was first introduced way back when, right? So then like even a throwaway line about how your antagonist loves cotton candy or something, right? Like later on could come back in a moment where you're trying to convince the antagonist to do something for you, to give you a little favor, and you sweeten the deal with some cotton candy. But you would never have had the opportunity to think about that if you hadn't introduced that little detail beforehand. Right. So yeah, I mean, just a couple things to consider as you're going. Patricia Lupi says, my main character is a teenage sorcerer that got recruited by the army. Whoa.
Oh.
That's wild. That sounds really interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Do they know he's a sorcerer? Okay, so Riley Bass is asking tips on writing opposing gender main characters. So like, okay, that's an interesting question. Honestly, I feel like it's not always that different than writing your own gender. I think if you know, I think where I would start is getting to know who your character really is. Maybe not, you don't, like, of course their gender is a part of who they are, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the whole aspect of who they are, right? So like, I would start there. I would start with like kind of like doing some character exercises, some character questionnaires, figuring out what drives your character, what your character really cares about, and then thinking about kind of like the levels that their gender might bring to it, right? So then, like, for example, like if you were describing Thor, I feel like a lot of the things that define him are the fact that he's a fish out of water, that he has a sense of duty, that he has a brother who's always kind of been, that he loves a lot, but has always kind of been a handful. He's also like really just like devil may care, throw himself into any situation because he feels so confident. Like he's a very confident guy. And again, those are all things that are informed by their gender, but are also not completely related to his gender, right? So yeah, I think that would be my advice. I feel like I saw some folks giving you some great advice in the chat too, so I would totally pull some of that out.
I feel like my sister's actually a Thor and I'm more of a Loki with that description.
Awesome. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Pippi9SC8 says, I write for the opposite gender all the time. Focus more on personality than on what it means to be X gender. Yeah, totally. And I mean, again, like your gender informs the way that you move through the world, but it's very rare that it's like the only thing that defines who you are as a person, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and great. Patricia Lupi, guys writing girls, we're not aware of our bodies like you are of ours. That's actually, it brings up a really great thing, which is that if you have male friends, that might be something that like you could run some questions by them too. You know, like if you're really stuck on something of like, is this something that feels true or whatever to living a male experience in the world? That might be helpful.
We even have friends that are writers that ask for our advice and our perspectives on different things.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. All right. Should we go on to our next scene in this word crawl?
Okay.
Are you all ready?
All right. So start here?
Yes. Okay. So to remember, you are trying to make some mischief. Where we are in this word crawl, you are trying to make some mischief. You have now recruited a sidekick, whether that is a wisecracking research scientist, a hormonal teenage sorcerer, or your do-gooding brother.
Okay. Look, nobody gets you. That much is obvious. You are a glinting and multifaceted being with depths others cannot even hope to perceive. If people could walk in your shoes, they would understand you only make mischief because you feel so unchallenged. It is very, very lonely being the only one who truly knows how much better the realms would be if you were making the rules. A body swap is clearly the answer. Then your sidekick will understand. The second challenge here is, this is an elaborate spell, so you will need to write 250 words in 10 minutes, or that's your goal at least. If you'd like, include the phrase, but what about me?
All right. So we're going to go for 10 minutes right now. Our challenge to you is we think you can write 250 words in this next challenge. If you are writing by hand, like me and Austin, maybe go for 100 words. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Typically, we write on the computer, but we're using it currently.
And then an optional dare for this sprint. If you want to, you can try to include the phrase, but what about me? All right?
No, it's more, but what about me?
Again, all of this stuff is in the video description below. So if you expand it out, you can follow along where we're at. And I'm going to set a timer right now, 10 minutes. Let's go. These. Thanks for the blessings. We're just past the 5-minute mark, halfway through. If you're just joining us, we're on challenge 2 in the video description below. Oh, that was so fast.
Yeah, I got going there.
All right, so let us know your word counts. Let us know if you want to share a sentence or two in the comments. I'm going to read the results for this one. So, all right, so you attempted the elaborate spell of a body swap. If you wrote 250 words or more, it went off without a hitch, your powers are stronger than they have ever been, you're going to add 100 words to this next challenge we're going to do. If you wrote less than 250 words, you didn't get there quite, your spell had a couple hiccups or two, so you're going to have to incorporate an injury into your next scene if you can make it fit, or a reference to an injury, maybe. All right? Okay, so let us know your word counts. Let us know how well your spell went. Did it go off without a hitch? Did it have some hiccups? And then if you want to share a sentence, let us know that too. That would be great. I saw a couple things in there. Crystalline reached the 6K milestone in that last sprint, which is so awesome. Congratulations. And Jasmine said she passed 10K, which is incredible. Congratulations. I'm nowhere near that in my total. Francesca Ellis also asked about how do you split your novel into chapters. I think it depends on your novel, right? So Austin is writing a novel with like a bunch of different POVs.
Oh yeah, yeah. So whenever it switches POVs, that's when I switch. That's when I switch the chapters. So I kind of first started with the first 3 chapters are from my first 3 main characters, and it's kind of like their origin stories. And so I have it from one point of view, then I want to tell the origin story of another, so I go to the next chapter, and then the next chapter is another origin story. So that's just the style of my novel, though, because it's going to follow these many paths and how they kind of intertwine. That's what I at least planned in my head. It might completely change by the end of it, but that's what I planned in my head.
Another thing that might help is just, I think someone said in there, if the next scene you want to write doesn't make sense with the scene you just finished writing, it might be time to start a new chapter, which is totally true as well. I think each chapter kind of tends to have an arc of its own. Mm-hmm. And so if you feel like this scene has given some resolution to like a mini arc, then it might be time to split up into your next chapter. My final thought on this is actually that you don't necessarily have to think too much about dividing your novel into chapters until maybe another draft. So again,
that's a good point.
Like your first draft, like you're really focused on writing. And if thinking about chapters is slowing you down, I would say, don't worry about it. Yeah. Holy smokes, so many amazing word counts. Lizzie Welsh just hit 2K. Awesome, congratulations. Defenestration Nation says, hello, Tim. Hi, Defenestration Nation. I just used that word defenestrate earlier in this virtual writing. Megan R says, I have the perfect place for it, but what about me? But I'm not there yet. Yeah, let us know if you use that. I ended up using it. My main character kicks another character out who happened to bring over brownies and is like, take your brownies with you. And then the roommate is like, no, but what about me?
Oh, boy.
John Salyer wrote exactly 250 words. That's awesome. Did you plan that? That's pretty impressive. Oh my gosh, I feel like Red Hood might be writing Thor stuff, or maybe Norse mythology in general. I don't know. It says, meanwhile, Heimdall grabbed my sword. Here, I'll show you. He pulled his arm back and rammed the sword through the dummy. Dang, dude, that was violent. That's great. Haley A wrote 262 words, just made it. That spell went off without a hitch. Whoa, Elijah Martin hit 10K yesterday. Congratulations.
Wow,
that's incredible. Yeah. That was so cool.
1/5 of the way there.
Oh, Allison Opson Clement has a really good point, which says, and she says, chapters are different per genre too. If you want the pacing of the story to go fast, thriller, mystery, it's longer with short scenes. Romance and fantasy often have longer chapters.
Oh, that's really true. I never even thought about that, but I can totally picture that with the books that I've read.
Yeah, that's really cool. Let's see. Oh, and Tina Wisner says, I write per setting. So that makes sense too. Like if you switch your setting, that's an indication for a new chapter. That's really cool. That makes sense to me. X Cheeky Becca X says, everything I've written today deleted itself, so now I have to start all over again, which is fun. Thought it had deleted half my 25,000 though, so in some ways it's a little bit of a relief. Holy smokes, man, such a good attitude towards losing some of your words. That's great though, that it's kind of like bringing some more fun into your NaNoWriMo journey.
Do you have any excerpts to read here?
Let's see.
Okay, here I got from PBOCG. I don't know what that stands for, but I'm going to read it. Amy, you sounded tired. What about me? What about how I feel? I don't know that I can handle being around you right now.
Ooh.
What just happened?
Much more serious use of "but what about me?"
Yeah, what happened?
That's great. Whoa, there's so many. Oh, Red Hood. It is about Norse mythology. Oh, cool. Yeah,
great.
That's awesome. Heimdall. So neat. Wendy Ogden says, retirement rocks. I don't know what the context for that is, but it sounds like it rocks.
Let's do that. Let's start now.
Allison Upson Clement says, I'm a plotter too, so I can't follow the prompts. It's nice to at least be writing with books, though. Yeah, totally. If the prompts aren't working for you, definitely don't worry about using them. Most of the challenges within the kind of word crawl format are actually not related to a prompt or anything. So for example, trying to write 250 words in this last 10 minutes, you could be writing anything.
Yeah.
But again, even if that challenge is starting to feel like it's like bogging you down rather than motivating you, you can also ignore that.
Yeah. Or you can I weave in and out of the prompts. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this definitely fits, and I can, an idea comes to my mind, so I'll write it right along with the prompt. But then sometimes I'm like, this is just hindering what I was just writing, so I'm just going to continue on. So yeah, you can go in and out.
Wendy says, retirement rocks because I hit 16,227 yesterday. Incredible. Amazing. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
A lot of neat.
We got some that we
maybe that one. Bronwyn?
Oh yeah, from Bronwyn Wedded. Everyone's forming beautiful friendships. But what about me? Doesn't that incorporeal girl get anyone to love her?
Oh, that's so sad. Wait, so is she a ghost or something like that? Oh, she feels so lonely. What about the ghost?
I know. I want to know.
Notice her.
Notice me.
Read one more before we move on. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is cool. Lori B says, the nurse stuck a thermometer in my mouth and it melted. I ran out before she discovered it.
Ooh, secret powers, perhaps?
Yeah, I like it. All right, so we're going to move on to this next challenge. You try to body swap.
Oh, right. Sorry. Let's see.
It happened. Differing levels of smoothness of the spell. And we're here.
Here?
Yep.
Okay. You are very glad to end up back in your own skin. You're prepared to catch a micro expression of disenchantment on your sidekick's face as they realize they are no longer in possession of your wondrous power and agile mind. You are not prepared for the naked relief on their face. What? They say. You're clearly relieved too. Yes, but I have a reason to be, and you do not. I am a majestic creature, and anyone would be lucky to be me. You're a little high-strung. Oh, they have not begun to see high strung.
All right, so what's the challenge?
The challenge is write to the nearest 1,000 in the next 12 minutes. So if you're at 3,400 words, you're aiming to reach 4,000 words, for example. Remember, if you wrote 250 words or more in the last challenge, tack on an extra 100 words to your goal.
Yeah. All right, so yes, you are writing towards your next 1,000-word milestone. So I'm currently at something like 2,200 words. So I have quite a ways to go.
I'm actually, yeah, I have quite a bit to go. I think I'm at like 280 or something. So,
all right, we're gonna do it. We've got 12 minutes, and then if your spell went off without a hitch before you wrote more than 250 words in that last sprint, make sure to add on 100 words to your 1,000-word milestone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Are you all confused?
Survey says.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Some people have really easy challenges and some people have really tough ones. Aubrey Hawks is 4 words away from 3,000, and then Megan R is at 4,200. Never gonna happen.
Oh, Megan.
That's all right. We're gonna go for it. I'm also 800 words away from my next 1,000 count milestone, but we're gonna try. We'll get close, maybe. Yeah. Well, we'll get closer.
I'm on a roll. I might be able to do this.
Yeah. Some people it feels more doable. Kitria Leviana's 500 to 10K. You're totally gonna reach 10K. I feel like that's gonna be awesome.
10K within this next writing sprint, probably.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Sorry, I'm getting pumped from your guys' words. So.
All right. So we're gonna go for 12 minutes. Ready, set, go. All right, we're just about at the 6-minute mark. Halfway through. All right. Can you? About another 3 minutes in this sprint. All right, guys, we're at less than a minute in this sprint. Do not let the cat distract you. All right, so let us know your word counts, share a sentence. Let us know if you reached that milestone.
Yeah.
Are you going to count?
I definitely didn't reach my milestone.
You know for sure?
Yeah, I know for sure.
I wrote a lot. I feel like maybe. Okay, I'm going to count in a second, though. First, I'm going to read some results. Oh, yeah. Sorry about this freaking kitty who is being so very clingy as per usual. He seems like he's finally noticed something.
King Tut. He demands attention when he wants it.
Interesting that his desire for attention seems to coincide with when we are trying to write.
Yeah. Notice we are no longer writing.
And he is no longer here. All right, so results. When you wrap up your operatic speech about the facile nature of the unsophisticated mind, your sidekick says, with way too much sincerity, I really hurt your feelings. I'm so sorry. This will not stand. How dare they refuse to see that you are a lot better than they are. How dare they try to extend you empathy. How dare they pretend not to notice as your eyes well up. You retreat to regroup, and then we have a little bit of a dare for you, depending on for next time, because I think we're coming up on the end of it. Yeah, we're totally over the time for this virtual write-in.
Oh wow!
So let's check out a couple of people's notes, see if they met their 1,000-word milestone, and then we're gonna give you a dare for your next writing session. So you want to look through?
Yeah, sure. Let's see what we got here. Okay, from Avalon Watching, Lucian followed where he had indicated and let out a soft "oh" of understanding. He reached over and pulled out what was apparently a flute.
Oh. So interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What else do we got here?
Oh, I think I saw someone asking earlier if there are going to be more write-ins today. There are. There are going to be 2 more today. The next one is at noon Pacific time, so in a couple of hours. And then I also saw that Annie, sorry, I wrote this down and my handwriting is apparently terrible, but Annie got engaged yesterday.
Oh,
congratulations.
congrats.
That's so awesome.
I just read that Katria Leviana made it to a 10K.
Woo! High five, high five, high five. Let's see. A lot of people who got to some great milestones. The Bird of Inferno crossed 11K that sprint, which is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Over 6,000K for Monty Mayhem.
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh, Kirsty Thurston, 3982. So close.
So close.
That was super close. Maybe one more.
Read one? Okay, let's see. From that floaty potato, I've just been thinking, I said. About what? What could possibly be keeping you from spewing words from your mouth every 2 seconds? We both laughed. Just about the test that's coming up. Apparently there's a talker, and apparently their friend knows that.
That's such good, like, relationship defining dialogue.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, there's just 3 sentences of dialogue, and you already get so much about those 2 characters. So That's excellent.
All right, we should wrap this up. Again, like we said, there are going to be a couple more virtual write-ins today. If y'all didn't catch all the stuff at the beginning about Double Up Donation Day today, we're trying to reach 125 million words. We're trying to reach $125,000 raised to support the nonprofit behind NaNoWriMo. Today only, we're doubling our gratitude to you. If you donate $25, we'll give you the $50 donor goodies, and then also send you a collectible pin, which is beautiful. You should check it out. It's going to be really cool. And there are also hourly prizes and a match. This hour, we had a match of $2,500 from an anonymous benefactor.
Ooh, yeah. A man of war, woman of mystery.
I choose to believe it's Beyonce.
Beyonce, yes.
But yeah, keep writing today. Thank you so much if you've already donated. We so appreciate your support. If you can't donate but you're writing with us today, thank you so much for donating your time and writing with us today. We so appreciate writing with you. This has been really fun. This last dare for y'all.
Oh, you go ahead and
go
over it.
All right. So depending on how you did, if you reached your 1,000-word milestone, well, actually, no, this has nothing to do with that. Congratulations if you reach your 1,000-word milestone. Didn't meet it. It's all right. I didn't meet it. We'll get there next time.
I definitely did not.
Our dare for you today is to choose between these two scenarios for your supervillain character persona. If you refuse to grow or change because you are perfect and know everything already, obvi, we dare you to double the number of words you wrote during this virtual write-in today.
Ooh.
Now, if you decide that maybe there's something you could learn from your sidekick and are open to realizing you may have some limits, you guess, as incredible as you are, we dare you to write for another hour today at the pace that works best for you. So in the comments, let us know which dare you end up taking and whether you reach it. Thank you again so much for writing with
and
us.
Please leave your excerpts and word counts in the comments below, even after this video has been posted.
We'd love to see it.
I read them all.
Yeah. Oh, also, if you liked this word crawl and you want to try more word crawls, check out on the NaNoWriMo site. There's a forum called Word Wars, Crawls, and Sprints at NaNoWriMo.org. It's really fun. There's some awesome word crawls there created by incredible folks.
They have like Harry Potter themed ones. They have
Game of Thrones themed
ones.
They have Gilmore Girls themed ones.
Yes.
So it's really fun. So check it out. And then again, don't forget, if you want to find out more about Donation Day, go to NaNoWriMo.org/donation-day. All right.
All right.
Thanks so much for writing with us.
Yes.
Sending you lots of love, wishing you many words.